How is everyone doing tonight, or day, or whatever? I'm like seriously tired, so don't ask me anything right now. My day has been kind of like, hey look, I have to deal with crazy and scheduling issues. Wonderful. Well, anyway, my best friend and I are going over to Vineyard. My mom has been wanting to fight for a while, and pretty cool. Not that you learn that ramen actually is healthier than most other things because, well, salt. Wonderful, huh? But yeah, I had to deal with a lot of issues as of late, dealing with my own health, and also the fact that I have to get ready for a convention. And after a few issues I've had with some friends, I am really pissed off at some people, particularly with this one person who, for the life of me, I do not understand how this is my fault, because, to be quite honest, I am not the reason he got kicked out of the convention. He did it to himself, okay? Honestly, the person involved did it to himself, and quite frankly, if you are friends with him, do yourself a fucking favor and don't blame me for your bullshit. That's about all I can say about the matter, because it's not my fault. It's never been my fault. Okay? The reason I rejected this guy is he was 14 years younger than myself. He had a lot of mental issues, not to mention he has ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder, which is a form of, let me tell you, he can actually attack me and blame me for it, because his disorder is not a form of autism. It is not a form of, he has a form of, he thinks that because society owes him, everything is on a silver platter for him. FYI, it's not. Okay? I am tired of people catering to his, childish behavior. FYI, the anime community in Colorado needs to stop catering to this kid. I am not his mommy. I have been. I've never been his girlfriend. And, I'm done playing nice. Because if I see him at a convention, oh, yeah, yes, I will report him for security. I will not be intimidated. And, yes, he will try and say, that he's the victim. I'm sorry, victim blaming me for his mistake is not me. Honestly, I don't understand it. Neither does anyone else in the community I live. And honestly, I'm sorry. I'd rather have my Anthony than deal with this guy. At least my former roommate actually, was responsible and isn't a fucking liar. Didn't lie about me. That I later found out was his actual roommate. His actual fake friends that actually lied about me. That was really ridiculous. But like I said, the problems I've had with the anime community is just honestly, okay. Being told by Denver PD that because I'm into a fandom, FYI, this has been an issue with a lot of people in groups for decades. Yeah, you're a fan of something. Guess what? People will do shit to you and then tell you, oh, because you're into this, yeah, we're just gonna tell you that it's just, yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna be, nice about it because... honestly, what happened wasn't ever really my fault, but I will tell you that the guys involved with it are a bunch of fucking tweedles. I use the term tweedle to describe people that are completely useless. Tweedles are basically people who think they're completely cool, awesome, yeah, they're great, but they're definitely not the smartest. They're not the smartest light bulb in the group, and when you call these people tweedles, generally it means, if you've ever read, like, Alice in Wonderland, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, from Through the Looking Glass, basically, they basically tweedle their time away with useless things and waste your time. Basically, that's what they did to Alice. They wasted her time. Tweedles, in my opinion, are people who are completely useless. These people just tend to follow you around and think that they're better than you because, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to be somebody's girlfriend. That was always the dumbest thing I ever thought about, dealing with this person. FYI, I never understood why suddenly it's my fault that, me being, LB meant I had to be this guy's, significant other. FYI, no, that's not how it works. It's never worked that way. It never has. And yet, here they are telling me it works this way. I remember telling the guy who asked me out, who was a complete and utter dunce, that I had zero interest in him. But, of course, his comment is, well, you like anime, then therefore, it's like, no, that's not how it works. Just because you have the same hobby as somebody, no. There's different types of anime and different types of genres within the fandom. I'm sorry to tell people that, but that's just how it works. But, you know, it gets pretty pathetic when you have people like... you get this sense that these guys are like probably the dumbest thing since sliced bread when they realize that you have the same hobby, but you don't really not in the same way. I mean, I honestly never understood that whole, oh, you like the same things. Yeah, thanks. I like the same things. Does not mean I like the same thing you do. People are constantly telling me that I am constantly supposed to like. Yeah, I'm not sure why I get told I'm supposed to like something. I don't like Naruto, okay? I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Naruto. The writing. It is so repetitive, it is ridiculous. I have never understood, nor will I ever understand why anyone likes that show. It's just not my thing. And when I tell people it's not my thing, I get told this show I like is completely boring and not worth watching. Like, I literally got told one time I was watching a show called Netsume Joujensho, or Netsume's Book of Friends. And some guy said, oh, well, that's boring. I'm like, how is it boring? Well, apparently, according to this nerd, it doesn't fall under the popular trope of popular anime, which is ridiculously stupid. Okay, one, not all anime has to be fucking fighting all the goddamn time, okay? Why do I have to watch a fighting anime? Or fighting show, as I call it. I mean, I seriously cannot go and watch a show and all it is fighting. Why would I watch that? I would like some actual intelligence in a show. And yet, okay, that's about all anime is offering is a fighting shows these days. I can't watch a show where it makes you think about stuff. I mean, Spy Family at least makes you think. And not be treated like a fucking idiot or a zombie because all you think about is fighting. That's like literally all fighting shows are about. It's fighting. I told one guy, if that's all anime is now, I don't really want to be watching this. And some guy got on my case about it. I said, I'm sorry, it's just not my thing anymore. And, of course, what do people say about me? That I'm picky. Really? I like what I like. I don't care if it, doesn't accommodate the, bare minimum of people who think that Naruto is the only anime in the universe that's awesome. And all Naruto ever says is, believe it, believe it, believe it, like a broken fucking record. Oh my god, get that kid a vocabulary lesson, please! But then you have, like, the people who use the fandom to hit on girls. And I'm, like, sitting there one day and I was like, why am I coming to this con? Because, okay, one year I went to this convention and I'm not going to name the con because it's really not that important. But what was ridiculous was I was talking to some guys. Like, literally, I'm not that attractive, so don't even think about thinking I'm also married. But this guy was, like, going around asking girls out. I mean, what the hell? And the guy was asking I was sitting there for about 10 minutes going, why are you hitting on me? Why am I being hit on? And, of course, I'm being really nice. And I told the guy I was really not interested. And, of course, the comment is then, why are you at the con? Why the hell not? I mean, I wasn't at the con to get laid, okay? I don't know where this person got it through their head that going to a con meant you were gonna get laid. I mean, I was telling my mom on the phone about it, and she said, so what did he want? He wanted to have sex. He didn't want me to, have an opinion. He was just there to have sex with girls at the con. And he believed that the girls were there for sex. I mean, what the frickin' hell, man? That's not what girls are doing at a con. I told this guy I really didn't feel comfortable. And of course, what do you get? You get told, oh, well, I'm like, well, he just likes you. I'm a 25-year-old. At that time, I was 25. What the bloody frickin' hell? I'm 25 years old, and I'm getting hit on by a guy who wants to be a freaking... I mean, wow, that is totally inappropriate. I mean, yeah, totally inappropriate. I mean, who in their right mind thinks this kind of behavior is okay? At a convention, no less. But I don't even think it's that I don't think the cons are at real fault for this. Okay? They're not. They're not at fault. This is not their fault. This is the fault of just social construct. I mean, I remember the one time I actually had to report a stalker, and the whole thing was because the cops believed that fandoms were basically bad in the they were bad to begin with, in their opinion, and that they were bad in the beginning, they're gonna always be a problem, and whoever, even if you're a girl and you ask for help, oh, we're sorry, this is your fault. You're a girl. Like, oh my god, I'm a girl, and suddenly this is, what, my fault? How is this my fault? How is the hell is this anyone's fault? Especially a girl's. I mean, nobody in there freaking tells you, by the way, you're a fault for being stalked. Isn't that victim blaming or something? I mean, I told a guy at a con, and I got stalked from 2007 to 2019, when it finally ended with me threatening to call the police. Of course, yeah, somehow the police are. They're not going to help anyone. They don't really protect you from anything, really. And people were like, oh, well, let's just victim blame me for telling a guy I don't like him. Wonderful. Wonderful thing to tell somebody. Just because I don't like somebody? Okay. One, he had the creeper vibe all over him. Do you not hear what people are saying? Or are you just interpreting this in mine? Yeah, that's basically what it was. I might as well interpret the damn thing into mine. I literally felt like I was talking to a goddamn wall when it came to that situation. And honestly, finally I just said, you know what? It's not worth my time. In general, and was invited to certain conventions by friends. Yeah, these kobolds are peaceful, so they don't want to fight in general, but they have to. But yeah, I honestly never understood why it was my fault anyway. And honestly, when I spoke out and I expected a little less, and then it happened. My friend, who I will call Malie, got... Let's put it this way, he asked her out again. Malie had dated him for all of 6 months before she started to notice problems with this individual. And she told me that he went after the fact that she was trans, wanted to see certain, body parts that I found that was inappropriate. And I told her as such that that was inappropriate behavior. And yet, it turned into the biggest shit show I had ever heard. This individual basically hit on a girl after being told multiple times but what really offset the whole situation, and it truly was a crazy crap shot, was the fact that even though I was friends with somebody, she attempted to tell me that he kept contacting her over the phone. We were actually convinced that he actually attempted to hack her account and then attempted to hack mine. And it turned into such a dangerous problem. Well, that's... Wonderful! I did not need to see this as the explosion. The problem with kobolds is they can only handle the screeching for so long. But anyway, what it came down to after the whole incident with my friend Malay, was the fact that he went after somebody who didn't deserve it. And then, to top it all off, one of my other friends, who I will call Tiana, was working at an anime convention. Not gonna name it, because why name it? They did their best. He tried to convince my friend Tiara that he had changed, that he's a good person, that he did not do anything wrong. Oh, really? Stalking people was wrong. Treating others like crap was wrong. Stalking me and then trying to belay a sense that he was not. Yeah, that happened. So, as of late, he has tried to contact two of my friends, and Nimsa, there we go. But what really got me thinking about it is when I was watching, let's see, one of my favorite ones, The Cutting Board, and I was thinking about what she had said and vented about, and yeah, I've been in her shoes. I've been around people who I tried to help and thought that I was doing the right thing. and it turned into a total nightmare and shitfest. Did I hate my life afterward? Oh yeah. But, I became stronger when I actually realized I have friends who knew what I was going through and they came to my rescue. The only issue I've ever had with this and with the conventions in general, and I'm going to mention I am going to be going to 2 of them, one being a literary convention where I'm helping one of my dearest friends, who she became my nearest and dearest when she found me on a group called House Vampire, and we just sort of hit it off as really good friends because her, I believe, husband is a really good friend of mine. And I absolutely cannot be less than candid with the fact that I've known her husband for a very, very long time. Okay, I'm now trusted, friendly, and with the Sylphs, Kobolds, and Sahagin. Now I gotta get my ranking up with the Amaja and the XL. Vince Ward, I'm recognized and friendly. But honestly, I think the most dangerous thing is when you have a person who is, quite frankly, is dangerous and has followed me through conventions for years, even after I had told somebody I have zero I've had issues with that for decades, and honestly, for almost 13 years I had to deal with this person. And to be quite honest, for 13 years it all started with weirdness, but oh well. Oh cool, 2 people! Hi! Whoever's watching, say hello. Truthfully, I don't know who's watching me. But let's see if I can make it interesting. Let's do a duty finder. Let's go. Alright, I gotta go back to where I'm supposed to go and put some stuff away. Hawker's Alley. Oh wow. Drop down to 1. Anyway, I was just gonna mention again, if you ever want to read into it, the cutting board is a great lady. She is awesome. I've watched some of her videos. I also, if my friend Dirk Mez is on, hi. I'm actually gonna go to New Gardania. Hold on, I need to do something real quick. And alright. Here it is. I always find it interesting when people tell me that I'm the weird one because I don't find Leonardo DiCaprio's teenage movies to be worth anything. I literally hate them. And I always ended up with those teenagers in my high school that used to just constantly talk about how romantic Leo was and all that. God, I hated that as a teenager. I literally wanted to go strangle myself. My mom literally heard me talk about it once, that I wanted to just choke on a rag or something, and she said that it was sort of funny to hear me say it, but I literally hated it because every time I had to deal with these teenagers at my school, all they ever talked about was Leonardo this, Leonardo that, blah 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 blah, and I had to go, because I literally sat through an entire video of Leonardo DiCaprio movies, and my first thought was, why am I even bothering? These people are fucking nuts. And of course, everybody loves Leo and gets mad when you don't love Leo. Goat skin. Okay. Other man's goat skin. Alright. Half of this stuff is beginner shit, but what? See that again. I'm next to look at carpentry. A staghorn fishing rod, a elm longbow, and a ramhorn harpoon. Okay, that's mildly specific. Let's see. Staghorn fishing rod. I'm gonna make a list. Yes, I have to make a list. Which, yes, I can make these. Longbow. And ram horn harpoon. Yeah, these will be easy. Back to those lavender beds. Alright, ram horn. Ash and a ram horn. Okay. Let's see if I still have that in stock. No. Generally, I keep it in one retainer. Looks like I'm gonna have to put I'm gonna have to... Let's see what I can do. Oh, fun! This one! Let's go! This is actually a fun one. Woohoo! I love this one. need any more of that crap. Here we go. It's nice when I get an accommodation. Okay. Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Stagcorn Rod, element. Okay. Really? An elm. Alright. Ash lumber. Okay. Shoot! Damn it. Sorry. I have allergies, and it's extremely annoying. The neat thing about the Axolotl is you can actually trade with them more than you can do anything else. You don't have to do a lot of the quests, so I'm usually going, oh, I could do this at my leisure. Truthfully, Let's see. Honestly am really interested in how other people seem to see and I didn't do them as special. I have to do it all over again. Ugh. back to being a bard. Because it's easier on this one. Just peachy. Well, alright. I'm guessing I'm gonna do this. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna do a slight, okay. This is gonna be a bit of a Muckers review, so if you're gonna be, watching this, and if my friend Adam McIntyre is watching, well, here we go. Oh boy. My review of Interview with a Vampire. First 3 episodes. Spoiler alert, yes, there's spoilers. If you have not seen it yet, Lord have mercy. Anyway, the first time I watched the first episode, I was like, okay, I'm either A, gonna be really disappointed like I did last time, or B, I am going to want to kill myself while watching this. Guess what? I was not disappointed. Somehow, in this plethora of amazingness, they managed to pull off a lot of stuff. Now, before anyone says anything mean or wrong, I'm going to make a really abundantly clear, as a fan, one, you are not the ones dictating how the show goes. Okay, that was wrong. Wrong ones. but I am going to give them super 80 of them, because I have too many, and I always end up with more than I need. So there. Yes, I traded a lot of stuff with my, okay. 1, wrong spot. 2. Let's go back to full board. I'm gonna mention a few things, and for those of you who really liked the movie from 1994, it's great for its time, but honestly, we're much more progressive now than we were back then. I know that in 1994, I couldn't readily say I was asexual, because if I did, I would have gotten into loads of trouble. And yes, I mean loads of trouble. But in this one, the fact that they made Louis bisexual or gay, I would say gay, it makes it much more predominant that Louis is not a So, yeah, I absolutely found it fascinating, but also amazing that Lestat, the way the actor they got to play Lestat was perfect for his part. I mean, I actually liked Tom Cruise more than Stuart Townsend as Lestat, and yes, I'm a bit of a snob, but Sam Reed, holy fucking hell, man. The guy is a fucking god. Give the guy some credit here. I mean, woohoo. So let's see. Next on the docket for this. Let's see. But yeah, I was deeply impressed. Stuff that I've done, gotten. Next is steel. Alright. Honestly, I would say that the show from first episode on was actually quite good. The fact that it portrays Lestat as demanding is very much the Brat Prince in general. I'm not gonna be like biting my tongue when I say he's a bit much, as he likes to say it. He is a very bit much. But he also likes to be the one in control. That's gonna be seen in episodes 2 and 3. I literally watched, oh god, I Anyway, the other part of episode 2, which absolutely cracked me up, was, Louis' family life. Because, I'm not gonna be mean about it. Louis' family is extremely domineering at times. I mean, you saw it with the way, his brother acted. And the way he treated, his sister's future husband. By being the way they are. The family itself, the family dynamic, is extremely, trying, I would say. Louis, trying to keep his family together, but unfortunately, with the way his family is, he is completely stuck with it. He can't just say, I'm going to go run off with my boyfriend now. No. His brother and brother-in-law would probably not allow that. Louis knows that he is supposed to take care of the family. Unfortunately, his family is excessively controlling. And that's not a good thing. As for, like, say, the way he really wants to be taken seriously, I would probably venture to guess that he really does not enjoy being in the closet as much, considering that the poor guy probably should not be in the closet at all. But it's sort of difficult for him to deal with the drama of being the one that's the elder brother who has to take care of everything. Not just everything, he has to take care of his family, his brother, his siblings, his the family itself is extremely domineering. I cannot stress this enough, is the fact that Louis feels he can't be anything else. And that's even worse. Having your own family tell you what to do and stuff like that. I've been in that position. My family has been the controlling people, and they don't realize they do that until someone has to tell them. My mom is the worst, but honestly, I feel bad for Louis because he's not trying to be a bad guy. He's trying to be a good person who has to take care of so many people. And one of his worsts is the fact that he has to take care, at the time, of his brother, who is very religious, very zealot to the point. And it isn't just the fact that he has to take care of this, but he has to also maintain his business, and it doesn't help that his family doesn't want to deal with it. They would rather Louis just as his mother says, why worry about the particulars? And that is the problem with Louis' brother. His brother is very focused on the particulars. He's very focused on why his brother does what he does. But he also doesn't realize that his brother is also keeping a roof over their head and trying to keep them from going into debt like their father. But the problem is, you have characters like that who don't get how Louis has to hide himself. It isn't hard to see it, but I can hear it in Louis' voice very easy. He is not trying to say, hey, I'm in charge here. I'm trying to keep my head above water, and unfortunately, his family is not helping. Unfortunately, I see a lot of the issues that Louis is having is with the fact that his family dynamic is that toxic to him, and even Lestat sees it. Even when invited to, Lestat decides to show up to a party, and of course, Louis' mother, who is not very nice about the whole thing, said that she was not aware that she invited him. And I can see the entire issue with that family. It is very toxic. It's very wrong to put Louis in that situation. And I honestly think that the fact that now we have Claudia being brought in episode 3, you see the dynamics start to change. And I don't think Lestat likes that, but he's not gonna just chase Claudia out. I see him going, okay, so I have to be a dad now. I have to be responsible. I have to be a dad. And he definitely does not want to be like his dad. Oh, hell no. I don't see him trying to be like his dad. His dad was awful. Oh my god. His dad was just... I mean, in the books, his dad just... I was thunderstruck with his dad. And how his brothers treated Lestat. Like, he wasn't even considered a human being half the time. And his brothers treated him pretty much like crap. It's like, hey, yeah, let's just not talk about Lestat's brothers in a very positive light, because I can't. I literally can't talk about that guy's parents in a positive light. Gabrielle tried to be a good mom. She tried to be the epitome of a good parent, but you can tell where she could not handle any more of the entirety of that family. And you just see that distinct, disgusting behavior reiterates the fact that Louis is stepping into Lestat's world in a chance that maybe Louis is going to be a good person for it. I think he is much more positive in the sense that Lestat is not going to spend the rest of his entire existence hating himself. And that is the one thing that I like seeing, is the fact that you see Lestat in that positive family role, but also the fact that he sees himself not as Louis. It's a toxic relationship, but yet it's not toxic. That's the weird part of it. It's Lestat trying his damnedest to be a good person, on top of the fact that he's a vampire and he kills people, and there's no way in hell he could be a good person. I've sat there a couple times trying to rehash the idea that maybe Lestat is overthinking a bit, and he's trying to make his stance that Louis and Claudia and everything else in that environment needs to be orchestrated to the fact that Lestat wants that family dynamic, but he wants to be more involved in the sense that he cannot stand the watching. Why I keep rushing away is because I'm also checking my own stock to see if I have it. Because if I have it, I can get it out of my inventory, so I have a place for these things. So, anyway, with the rest of the review here, you have the characters like Louis, and Lestat, but you also have the side characters that are kind of part of the development of the characters. You have, you do have people like, what's his name? You do have somebody that, that you start to understand that this person is not a good person when he starts belittling Louis to the point that Louis just cracks. These are people that he has gambled with. These are people who have given him money. And here they are telling him that the whole thing was like, the whole thing with the Fairfax. Lestat does not want to make Louis upset with that, and he says that he does not want to go to bed angry after they had a little fight, and Louis informs him he wants a certain thing. And I mean, this is something that Louis has coveted a lot, and that is, guess what? He wants the club the Fairfax, and renames it to include people of color as well as other people, and Lestat goes along with it because he thinks, you know, I can't deny him anything. I love him too much. He does not want Louis to fail. That's the biggest thing I've noticed with Lestat. He does not want Louis at all to fail in his quest. He does not want Louis to feel like a failure. He does not want Louis to fail, period. But he does want Louis to understand there are consequences to his actions that will get him in trouble. And that is the fact that as a vampire, he can't just turn around and kill everybody. Like with the fact that that happened. And yes, that happened. You have Louis losing his temper. And you realize that Louis is also a fledgling vampire who has literally no control. His instincts are all over the place. Oh shit, I have a message. Folk. Yes, I am being poked. Which means I will be coming down to help him with dinner pretty soon. Which person I gave it to. Steel rivets. I need to make steel rivets. Reduce the sale of your HUD in it. HUD? Reduce the sales. Okay. Alright. Iron. Okay. Wondering. Okay, I gotta get down. I'll talk to you guys later.